Okay, welcome to a tutorial about blink, turning an LED on and off. So in order to set it up, we need to bring in an Arduino. Get your Arduino out. Get a little closer. First of all, you set up your power rail with the 5 volts. Let's move that out of the way so you can see 5 volts. Of course, I'm going to use a red wire for the 5 volts and a blue wire for ground. Then I'm going to get an LED out. Here's one. It's the longer leg. I'm just going to flip it around and place it in 2 of the pins. Okay. And then I'm going to be using pin 13 to control this LED. So one wire comes from pin 13 to the longer leg. I'm going to use a yellow wire, but it doesn't matter, just anything but red or blue. All the pin numbers should have their own color so you can track them. Then the negative side needs to go back through ground, but it has to go ground through a resistor. So I can just have the resistor here, and then I'm going to go back to ground, which is the blue. And I'm going to use a blue wire to show that. So blink is ready to go. The circuit runs from pin 13. The signal will send out from pin 13 as a digital write. It will come down to the breadboard, up through the LED, down the negative leg to the breadboard, then across the resistor onto the breadboard and back to ground, which will go back to ground. Okay, so let's write some code for this to work. Let's see, do we get that Aruidno up here? Okay, in order to get the code to work, we're going to open a new sketch. We just need a couple of pieces of code. One is the function pin mode, which sets the pin number to an input or output. In this case, pin 13, comma, is going to be an output. End it with a semicolon. Use the / to set a comment. Set pin 13 to LED output, or something like that. You can type that in. I'm going to just go ahead and put in serial begin because you will begin to 9600. That'll allow us to talk to the Arduino later on in more complicated programs. Okay? All right, so we've got our setup for pin 13 as an output. Let's tell it to turn itself on. So we're going to put digital, capital right, and then we can just tell pin 13 to go high, which means on, or send voltage to it. And then digital right, parentheses, pin 13, go low, or turn it off, or, okay. So let's turn LED on, turn LED off. So comment. We'll put a delay in here of a second or 1,000 milliseconds. And we'll put a delay here when it turns off of 1,000 milliseconds or 1 second. And this will be what loops. Okay, I can verify it. Blink 5, I got some good blinks. Okay. And then we can verify that and load it. Remember your semicolons. Remember to put it between the 2 curly brackets. And thank you.